What's going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have liked and sub, and let's get into this. I guess we're all allowed to say true things now that everything's been destroyed, it is on fire. If only we had said these things before all the franchises, video games, comics, and everything else had been destroyed, would have been a little better. But okay, fine. Okay, fine. I guess it's better now late than never. PC Gamer editor bashing Dragon Age the Veilguard, declaring he's done with BioWare. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm Mass Effect 5, 4. I'm not going to count Andromeda. So the next one in the actual Shepard, Mass Effect 4, whatever, that is that terrifies me of what they're going to do with it. PC Gamer Online editor Frasier Brown here has said his truth about BioWare. So he has an article titled "After Years of Holding Out Hope, 2024 was the year I finally gave up on BioWare." Yeah, I had given up on them before that, but I'm glad you got there. Apparently, he goes into his history with it, but let's get to the meat of it. He says, I really, talking about Veilguard, I really tried to enjoy myself. God, I tried so hard. I attempted to find nuggets of joy within its ham-fisted dialogue, one-note companions, and the flashy but soulless fights. This, of course, has been commented on by several, the Thomas Mahlers, the most recently Laura Fryer. Even if you take out the obvious gender identity from the trans game director that they put anywhere, including an up to zipper tit, trans breast surgery scars, the companions were one note, infantile dialogue, couldn't actually be mean or have any sort of real meaningful interactions. The obvious conversations of pulling a barv and others. And yeah, the fights were essentially just a bad copy of 2018 God of War, which is fine if you like that, but that is not what Dragon Age ever was. He continues, he says, but I just couldn't do it. Every time there was a glimmer of hope, it was dashed against the rocks of infinite disappointment. He continues, honestly, I'm amazed I finished it. And shout out to Endymion and others who got their platinum, went all the way through. There was certainly a point where I was starting to feel like I'd rather do anything else than listen to a hot Grey Warden talk about his big dumb bird for the 100th time, or play therapist to a giant dragon slayer who just wants to moan about how their mom doesn't understand them. Yep. These should have, because that's Corinne Bush complaining that their mom doesn't understand them. You see, a veteran, there should have been great characters. A veteran knight reclaiming his order's lost legacy, a proud warrior wrestling with their cultural and gender identity. There's so much good stuff to mine here, but nope, they're just playing boring. All of them. Brown making it clear that he is done with BioWare moving forward. When I got to the final cutscene that teased what we can expect from the next Dragon Age, it really sealed the deal. I'm out. BioWare just isn't telling stories I care about anymore. And that right there should be the most damning sentence of the entire spiel. BioWare doesn't make stories that people care about anymore, and they've become apathetic. And as Kreia taught us in Knights of the Old Republic 2, apathy is death. And that is what looms for BioWare going forward. I'm out. BioWare just isn't telling stories I care about anymore. Instead of moping around, I'm moving on. BioWare had an exceptional run, but that developer is long gone. What's left is just an EA studio that makes middling games I'm not really interested in. And I want you to trust, believe, and understand that what was just said about BioWare is true for Obsidian Entertainment and Bethesda, probably, but they're a little more hit and miss. But definitely all the other ones, Rockstar, Rocksteady, you get the idea. Most, if not all, CD Projekt Red have had their companies entirely halved, gutted, and then replaced by the Corinne Bushes. Brown previously, of course, comparing the game to Marvel's Avengers. So you can see this was during the time period when he was trying to go along to get along, trying to find that nugget of fun, but it just wasn't there. And of course, we had Corinne Bush, that game director, when asked by Eurogamer how the commercial response to the game has been, they basically lied and was like, oh, there's the team. How is the team doing? Didn't talk about any of the actual sales and the fact that it has struggled mightily to get to even 3 million units sold, which we do hear it has finally gotten to. But I mean, here's the story, Morning Glory. A game that is AAA should have been selling 20 million units and have, you know, 1 million plus people. Fucking garden simulators have millions of people playing them. This couldn't even crack 90,000. And those that did, even if they look past all the gender identity, quote unquote, woke shit, it's still bad game design, still bad gameplay, lazy writing, because it turns out these people do not know how to write, meme, or do anything else except cry about their mommies not understanding their that having a penis doesn't make them eligible to be other genders. It's fun. It's fun. Anyway, you let me know what you think about all this. Make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you.
Well, bye.